Good morning, everyone. I'm Judge Blake Adams. We're here for criminal pretrial conferences with unrepresented and public defender cases. I'm going to call the people that are in the courtroom first, so if you'll just hang on, we've got Ms. Karimi for the state with us via Zoom. All right, first case is Francisco Javier Centeno Gonzalez, case number 21CT531. Mr. Centeno Gonzalez is present in the courtroom. Uh, 21CT531. All right. And Mr. Centeno Gonzalez, you're charged with DUI damage to person or property second or more. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by a maximum sentence of 1 year in the county jail. Do you understand that you have the right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford to hire one, I would appoint one to represent you? Do you understand that, sir? Do you wish to proceed without an attorney? Do you intend on hiring an attorney, or do you need me to appoint one to represent you? Okay, well, which option? All right, I'll make a temporary appointment of the public defender. I have Mr. Wilson from the Public Defender's Office with us.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Wilson. What would you like to do, Mr. Wilson?
Has he, we can get a continuance, and if he could go across the hall to the clerks and fill out an application.
All right. First floor, yes. All right, so, sir, we're going to continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. What I want you to do before you leave the courthouse is go down to the first floor. Go across the hall where it says customer service. Tell them you need to apply for the public defender. Complete that application and turn that in. Make sure you've got your correct contact information so the public defender can contact you before your next court date. Okay? All right, thank you, sir. All right, do we have anyone else who needs a Spanish interpreter?
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
3 Bravo, 1 Bravo.
All right.
The interpreter 51.
All right, let's put this first. Thank you.
Judge, was that date June 10th?
June 10th, yes.
Thank you.
All right, good morning, sir. Will you tell me your name? All right, Mr. Castro, you're here on 2 cases, 20CT2295 and 20MM1907. Give me a moment to pull those up. In 20CT2295, you're charged with driving while license suspended or revoked 3rd or more. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by a maximum sentence of 1 year in the county jail. And in 20MM1907, you're charged with possession of paraphernalia. That's also a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by a maximum sentence of 1 year in the county jail. Do you understand that you have the right to an attorney? If you cannot afford one, I would appoint one to represent you. Do you intend on proceeding without an attorney, hiring an attorney, or do you need me to appoint one?
I would like to hire.
All right. Can you get an attorney by June 10th?
Yes.
So are you requesting a continuance?
Yes.
Any objection?
Judge, this is like the 3rd or 4th pretrial conference. I'm wondering what the holdup has been in terms of an attorney and why today is different.
You have a response?
Yeah, I was unable to have a job just because nobody really wants to hire anybody who had 40 or I didn't know what was going on. I actually just got a job this week, so I'll be able to actually afford my own attorney. I don't want a public attorney just because I know it's not as great as having your own attorney and actually have a family attorney. So like I said, I just got a job recently and I can actually afford my own attorney.
Well, I would disagree with your assessment of the public defender's office. I used to be a public defender. So if you can't afford to hire one, you can apply for one. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. All right. I'm going to continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. Madam Clerk, if you'll mark this as final continuance without an attorney. I don't know if you can put that on there. So if you don't have an attorney by June 10th, we're going to have to set it for trial, okay? Okay. All right. We'll see you back June 10th. Thank you. That'll be for both cases. Good morning. Will you tell me your name?
I'm sorry, Judge, on Mr. Castro, in the meantime, if he could work on getting his license as well, that could be helpful in addition to trying to find an attorney.
Do you hear that? Okay. All right. And I'm sorry, your name?
Marshall.
All right. This is case number 20 CT 2321. And Mr. Marshall, you're here on a driving while license suspended or revoked second or more offense. That's a first degree misdemeanor. Where are you at with getting your driver's license?
Still in the process, Ron, dealing with the safety council.
Okay. Do you know how much longer it's going to be before your license is
I
reinstated?
missed these Zoom meetings, and I'm not sure. They said something about starting over. I will not talk to the council. So, I hope soon. Maybe I have to do the whole 12 weeks again. I don't know.
Well, I don't know that I can continue your case for another 12 weeks.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Ms. Karimi, any objection to a continuance?
Did Mr. Marshall install an interlock on his vehicle yet?
I'm sorry.
Did you install an interlock device on your vehicle?
Back when the initial DUI was, yes, that's already been done.
Okay, yes,
This
he
has
has.
been, like haunting me for 5 years, 4 or 5 years now.
Okay, well, that seems to be one of the reasons why his license is suspended. Judge, I don't have an objection. If he wants to resolve the case, the offer is an adjudication $200 fine in all costs.
She said if you want to resolve the case, it's an adjudication of guilt, a $200 fine plus court costs and cost of prosecution.
Okay, plus court costs and
Cost of prosecution. It's $50.
so it'd be $250 to adjudicate this.
What's the court cost?
The court cost for that charge is $220.
So it'd be $470 approximately. A little bit more probably because there's a surcharge on the fine.
Yes.
So basically saying I need to do this now.
No, she's just letting you know what the offer is if you want to resolve the case.
Kind of like get my license back and see if I can knock that down a little bit.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. I'm going to mark this as final continuance. Okay. All right. Now, if you want a continuance at the next one, you need to bring in some type of documents or paperwork that'll show the court that you're making progress or, you know, when you will have your license. Okay? All right. Thank you, Mr. Marshall. All right, let me go to Zoom. Let me go to Mr. Carney.
Oh, Judge, can I have Mr. Rab log on? Hold on.
Attorney Cole?
I'm sorry?
Attorney Cole? Or Lindsay Cole?
No.
I'll have that name in my docket.
It's for Mr. Bertoramo.
Okay.
He should be logging in shortly, Judge.
All right, well, while we're waiting for Mr. Rab, sorry, Mr. Carney, let me go to Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, are you covering for Ms. Armpriester?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, actually, I see Mr. Rab in the waiting room. Just a minute. Okay. All right, let me go back to Mr. Carney. Mr. Carney, I believe you're here on Christian Ethan. You'll have to help me with the last name.
Campione.
Okay, 21MM175.
Morning, Adam Carney for Rommel Law on behalf of Mr. Campione. We're asking for continuance the waiver on this one. We were hired last month. We've got all the discovery. We need to review the surveillance video with our client.
All right, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, we'll continue it to June 9th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Carney, you too.
May I be excused?
Yes, you,
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
you too. All right, Mr. Wilson, I'm going to come to you. I'm assuming that quite a few of the people on Zoom are probably your clients, but let me go to the person whose screen name is Donald's Galaxy A20.
Yes, I'm here.
Can you tell me your name?
Donald Anderson.
Judge, he's
Alright.
represented by Mr. Clark.
Okay. All right, so you're represented by Regional Counsel. That's Mr. Ian Clark. Mr. Clark is not present yet. If you could just hang on. Okay, thank you. All right, let me go to the person whose screen name is LG Stylo 4.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you tell me your name?
It's Joshua Bradley Con Counts.
All right, this is case number 20MM1295 with Mr. Wilson.
What was the last name on that, Your Honor?
O-N space C-O-U-N-T-S is how it is in the system. Sir, you're not driving, are you?
No, I'm parked. I'm just in the work truck.
All right, good.
I'm not finding him on my docket. You said it's O-N?
C-O-N, Counts.
Your Honor, just so you know, my last name is actually Counts. The Con is a second middle name.
Okay.
Remember last month we had an issue. I couldn't find myself on the docket either.
All right, Madam Clerk, will you make that change? Yes. Correct. Okay. All right, we're going to make that change in the system, Mr. Counts. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adams.
All All right, Mr. Wilson, what do you want to do?
We get a continuance with the waiver, Your Honor. It appears this is, of course, a new case for me, and based on my notes here, we have had an issue with making contact with Mr. Counts. So, sir, if you could contact our office and update us with the good contact information so that we can.
Can you tell me your name? Because I know that they said they changed the attorney on me or something when I tried to contact you guys last week. What's your name, number that I could get a hold of you on?
My name is David Wilson.
David Wilson. And a number, please?
Office number is 252.
52. Okay.
8397.
8397. Okay, Mr. Wilson, I'll give you a call a little bit later today. See if I can get a hold of you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Or at a minimum, if I'm not available, please. So that I can update our records, and I'll be in touch with you shortly.
Will do, Mr. Wilson. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Karimi, any objection to a continuance?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Counts, we're going to continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. Make sure to stay in contact with your attorney because your case is getting pretty old, okay?
Yes, I understand, Your Honor. June 10th, 9 a.m.
Okay. All right,
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
Likewise.
All right, let me go to the person whose screen name is Kayla.
Hello.
Hi, can you tell me your name?
Kayla Pitek.
All right, case number 21MM444. Assigned attorney is Ms. Armpriester. And Mr. Wilson, you said you were covering for Ms. Armpriester?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. And Ms. Armpriester is seeking a continuance with a waiver.
And that's because it's a new case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Pitek, we're going to continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. Make sure to stay in contact with Ms. Armpriester before your next court date, okay?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a good day. All right, let me go to the person whose screen name is Dee Habedank.
Hi, this is Dee Habedank.
Good morning. This is case number 20MM622, also with Ms. Armpriester. Mr. Wilson?
Yes, Your Honor. Apparently, she's going to be entering a plea. It's going to be a plea in absentia due to some health issues that caused a delay to get the PIA paperwork to Ms. Armpriester. So Ms. Armpriester seeking a continuance for the purpose of getting that PIA and then filing it with the clerk.
Ms. Habedank, did you receive the plea in absentia forms from Ms. Armpriester?
Yes, I finally got them downloaded and overnighted them to her yesterday.
Okay, you did send that via FedEx or UPS?
Right through the U.S. Post Office.
All right, but you did
mail overnighted it.
Okay, so you sent that next day?
I sent it. She should have received it yesterday, I would thought, because I told her to contact me if she didn't, and I figured she must have got them because she didn't contact me, so.
Okay. All right.
How about if we set it on your plea date? Because if that's the case, then we should have the paperwork here today, and we can have all that stuff uploaded into a showcase for when the plea date is.
All right. Ms. Karimi, any objection to setting this on the criminal status of May 14th at 9 o'clock for a plea in absentia?
No, Your Honor.
All right. May 14th at 9 o'clock for a plea in absentia. All right. And Ms. Habedank, provided the public defender's office received those documents, you do not have to appear.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Next is Rob Hannon.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. This is case number 21MM351. Also with Ms. Armpriester. Mr. Wilson?
Your Honor, Ms. Armpriester is seeking a continuance with a waiver as it's a new case.
All right, I see that the information was recently filed. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hannon, we're going to continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. Make sure to stay in contact with Ms. Armpriester before that court date, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Take care. All right, let me go to Olga Alvarez. Ms. Alvarez, are you there? All right, seem to be having some technical difficulties. We'll come back to her. Okay, let me go to the person whose screen name is Thomas G. Good morning, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, will you tell me your name?
Thomas.
What's the last name?
Yohuli?
Okay, thank you. All right, case number 20MM1234 with Ms. Armpriester.
Yes, Your Honor. Apparently, this is it's going to be going to trial. However, Ms. Armpriester is asking for a continuance with a waiver because she doesn't have the discovery yet.
Judge, Mr. Wilson may have some older notes from Ms. Armpriester. My notes indicate that we resent discovery on May 3rd. So I know he's not the assigned attorney, but I guess I don't object to a continuance. I just want to make sure if you could make a note that we did send it and Ms. Armpriester can double check.
Yeah, I will for sure. We're trying to work through the getting our end of IDIS back fully functional.
All right. So do you have an objection to a continuance?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gilhooly, we're going to continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. Madam Clerk, if you'll mark this as final continuance. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let me go to the person whose screen name is Kimberly Woods.
Yes, hello, Your Honor, I'm here.
Hello. All right, this is case number 21MM223 with Ms. Armpriester.
Continue with the waiver, Your Honor, as it's a new case.
All right. Any objection?
Sorry, Judge, my system doesn't show that Ms. Armpriester on the case.
I'm showing that Ms. Armpriester filed her notice of appearance on April 8th.
Okay.
And I don't see that discovery has been filed.
Right, probably because we didn't receive the notice of appearance.
It's probably during their.
Right.
Yeah, that's when we were doing everything manually, so that there's
Yeah.
no issue.
Right. I just wanted to send an update to my secretary to make sure she knows and to send discovery. I don't have an objection to a continuance.
All right. Ms. Woods, we're going to continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. Make sure to stay in contact with Ms. Armpriester because she'll receive the discovery from the state that she'll need to review that with you before your next court date, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you. All right. Let me go back to Ms. Alvarez. Morning.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
All right. Good morning. Okay. This is case number 20CT2498. And Ms. Alvarez, you're here on a charge of driving while license suspended or revoked second or more. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you understand that you have the right to an attorney? If you cannot afford one, I would appoint one to represent you. I think you're muted. Can you hear me? You might try. Ms. Alvarez, you don't have a very good connection. You might try turning off your video.
Yes, I can hear you. I do. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I've stopped your video because that may help establish a better connection. So did you hear me say that you have the right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford one, I would appoint one to represent you?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. I have been making progress as far as getting the tickets paid. I'm able to establish a payment plan with Collier. On Monday, I have a scheduled payment for Lee County, which I'm taking care of 7 of the tickets. And the Miami, there's one ticket though that they will not give me a payment plan, but they will allow me to make smaller payments, and it is of $900 and something. And because of my financial status right now, with the COVID and my boss being in the hospital 7 months.
I think we lost you there at the end, Ms. Alvarez. Are you there? Ms. Alvarez?
So almost over $2,000 in tickets, which I am working very hard to cover. I'm not driving, I don't have a vehicle, so I'm out of danger and harm's way to anyone, but I am trying and working diligently to get this covered. If I can have a little more time, at least to get all this covered, it's quite a lot of fines.
All right. Ms. Creamy, any objection to a continuance?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Creamy, any objection to a 2-cycle continuance?
No.
Or do you want her to come back next month and update us on our progress?
2 cycles are fine, Your Honor. It's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Ms. Alvarez, I'm going to continue your case to July 15th at 9 o'clock. All right, that gives you about 10 weeks to make significant progress. Are you there? Ms. Alvarez?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, sir. July 15th, Your Honor.
July 15th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. Let me go to Mr. Clark, who's joined us.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Clark. All right, Mr. Clark, we have one of your clients in the courtroom. That is Donald Anderson. Or he's not in the courtroom, he's on Zoom. And that is case number 21MM321.
Yes, Judge. Ian Clark with Regional Counsel on behalf of Mr. Anderson. I have an offer that I received from the state on Mr. Anderson's case. I have not been able to speak with Mr. Anderson until now, so hopefully I can get some contact information for him so that I can communicate that plea to him and talk to him about his case. So I'd ask for the next pretrial.
All right, Mr. Anderson, can you provide Mr. Clark with your contact information?
Yes, it's 776-9632.
So it's 239-776-9632?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, I will give you a call to discuss your case. And again, Judge, I would request the next pretrial conference so that I can communicate with Mr. Anderson.
All right, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Anderson, we're going to continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Anderson.
Thank you.
All right, and then Mr. Clark, I think you've got one other case, Juan Ruiz Perez, 20 MM 2003, and I believe, is he in custody? Ruiz Perez? I believe he's in custody.
That's correct, Judge. He was, I believe, being held. He also had a felony case. It looks like that case has been resolved. I need to speak with the state. I don't believe I have an offer in this case, so I need to get that. And then hopefully if it's something that will either release him or resolve the case, I can possibly set it on another judge's docket next week, if that happens to be a case. If not, in the meantime, I would ask for the next pretrial conference so that we can try to resolve it.
Okay. I think let's continue it to the next pretrial, and if you can resolve it, you can contact the judge who has 24s and set it on a 215 docket.
Well, yeah, you don't have any objection to one of your colleagues hearing it, Judge?
I don't have an objection.
Very well, thank you, Judge.
All right, any objection to that, Ms. Karimi?
No, Your Honor. And Mr. Clark, I'm sending over an offer now.
Thank you.
All right, and I have 24s this week if you get a chance to talk to your client and want to set it this week too.
I may not be able to do that, Judge. Tomorrow's Friday. It takes over 24 hours for me to get a hold of him via the Securus, so that's why I thought maybe it would possibly be next week at the soonest.
Okay. All right.
Unless they're not bringing him for it now. I was thinking maybe they would bring him for a jail arraignment, but I guess that's not happening.
I can put it on jail arraignments for tomorrow.
I still wouldn't be able to talk to him, but
Okay.
if I don't know what let me see what Miss Creamy's offer is. Okay, well, you know what, Judge? If
Very
you could-
generous.
Yeah, it is quite generous, even for Miss Creamy. Judge, if you could put it there tomorrow. I have a couple of other cases, I believe, in the morning. Is it in the morning or in the afternoon, Judge?
9 o'clock.
Okay, I have a couple of other cases there as well. So if we could set it there tomorrow and I give him this offer in open court, he may want to take that.
All right. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let's set it for tomorrow, jail arraignments, 9 o'clock.
Thank you very much, Judge. I think that's everything I have on the docket.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Clark.
Have a great day. Thank you, Miss Creamy.
Thank you, too.
You're welcome.
All right, let me go to the person whose screen name is Steven's iPhone. Hello, are you there?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can you tell me your name?
Stefan Violet.
All right, Mr. Violet, 21 CT 243 with Ms. Armpriester.
He has two cases, Your Honor, and 21 CT 243, or 20 CT 1117.
Thank you. All right, two cases with Ms. Armpriester. Mr. Wilson?
Yes, sir. I'm just reading through her notes here. So it looks like he's right on track to get his driver's license reinstated, according to Ms. Armpriester. So she's asking to set this on your status docket, which I'm assuming that's your plea docket for May 14th.
All right. Mr. Violet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you able to get your license reinstated?
I spoke to the Bureau of Administrative Review about, I think it was last Friday. The officer informed me that their system was down and that she needed to check my eligibility. But I tried contacting them. They still haven't gotten back to me, but that's really the last step I need to reinstate my license. So I'm really just waiting on them.
well, Mr. Wilson, it doesn't sound like we're quite ready to set this on the status docket.
Well, then can we just get a continuance? Because it indicates that he has completed, I'm assuming, what was the aggressive driver improvement course?
AEI course, yes.
Yeah, he's already completed that. So yeah, apparently based on that, so we just get a continuance for the next PTC, then I'm sure by then we should be in a lot better shape.
Ms. Karimi?
With the waiver.
That's fine, Judge. His 2020 case is going to be a year old at that point.
Okay. All right, Mr. Violet, I'm going to continue your case to June 10th at 9 o'clock. I'm going to, both cases to June 10th at 9 o'clock. We're going to mark the 20 CT case as final continuance. Okay, so make sure to get a hold of the Bureau so that you can get your license reinstated, okay, by then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we'll see you back June 10th then.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. All right, I don't have anyone else in the courtroom and I have no one else on Zoom. So Mr. Wilson, it's your show.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you. First, I have Pedro Acosta Castillo, 20MM 1017. This is a new case for me, so Your Honor, I'd ask for a continuance with a waiver.
Well, Mr. Wilson, they're all new cases for you, aren't they?
Yes, Your Honor. I just got assigned last week, basically.
And Mr. Acosta's in custody. He picked up a new case.
Yeah, and he's in custody as well.
Are you waiving his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he been in custody since July?
No, Your Honor. His bond was revoked earlier in April, like April 3rd.
Okay. Any objection to a continuance?
I don't, Your Honor. I don't have an objection. I would like to know, I don't know if Mr. Wilson can answer this question, but I know Ms. Woodley did a motion for a subpoena ducus tecum for the defendant's phone records, and the court granted that. And I was wondering if the public defender's office has received those records.
I don't know that at this point, Ms. Karimi. I can follow up on that though.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that I granted that order March 30th. All right.
Okay. If you could just, Mr. Wilson, let me know.
I will.
We'll go ahead and continue it to June 10th at 9 o'clock. Madam Clerk, if you'll mark this as final continuance. Go ahead, Mr. Wilson.
Okay, next I've got Ahmed Baez, 20MM 700. Apparently we had to get our investigator to track him down for us. It looks like he was successful in doing that. So I'd ask for a continuance. I have an opportunity to get up with him. I have a note here that the state is willing to leave or to treat or resolve this as if he had successfully completed diversion, as long as he does his community service hours and his substance abuse evaluation.
Not any, no.
No, is that okay? Is that's not accurate? Okay, never mind. So just to continue with a waiver, Your Honor, so I can make contact with him.
I'll tell you what, I'll continue it to May 17th and set it for trial if the state's ready.
I don't know, Judge. Well, did Mr. Wilson say he had contact? I wasn't.
Yes.
No, apparently Ms. Woodley had lost contact with him, had to get our investigator to track him down. And earlier this week, it looks like the investigator was successful in finding him. And now I need to be able to make contact with him.
All right, either way, Judge, a continuance or trial, that's fine.
All right, Mr. Wilson, we're gonna set it on the calendar call of May 17th at 9 o'clock and trial May 19th at 9 o'clock.
Okay, Your Honor.
Judge, are there appearances required for calendar call?
His appearance will be required for calendar call.
In person or over Zoom?
Well, if in person.
And Ms. Karimi, I'll let you know if I don't have an offer on our end, because we may be able to resolve it that way.
Ms. Karimi, maybe you could go ahead and just send an offer.
Yes, let me do that. Actually, let me do it right now. I sent it to someone, I'm not sure who. But I'll send it again.
All right. Next case, Mr. Wilson.
Ms. Freeman, you do have my new email address, right?
Yeah, it's PD20. It's David W at PD20.
Right. Yeah, without the C. Yeah.
Right. PD20.org. Yes, I just sent it.
Okay. Yeah. Right now, I'm having an issue logging into that, so I need to get that resolved also today. I'm using my own computer for this appearance.
All right. Next case, Mr. Wilson.
Next is Jolanda Bowles, 20 CT 1708. Again, I'd ask for a continuance, Your Honor, with a waiver. It appears that she is working on getting her driver's license back. So I need to check to see what her status is on that.
All right, Ms. Creamy.
Well, we're not a year old yet. That's fine.
All right, June 10th at 9 o'clock.
I'm gonna start looking at these dates before I. And then Cameron Davis, 20 CT 1405. It looks like Miss Woodley. Well, I just checked in Showcase, and she didn't file the plea in absentia. She didn't get it to the clerk, so I'm assuming it's around her need to have a chance to get that turned in. So we can set that one on the on your May 14th plea date.
All right. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, May 14th at 9 o'clock for a plea in absentia.
Then next we've got Daniel Dratovic, 20 CT 2288. Again, ask for a continuance with a waiver, Your Honor.
All right, I see that you just filed your notice of appearance in April. I'm guessing that was for your appearance.
Yes, Judge. Miss Woodley was on this case. She filed a motion in limine in March.
All right.
It was set for hearing in early April, but it got continued because of their IT issues. I don't object to the motion in limine. So if Mr. Wilson wants to prepare an order and send it to me.
Okay.
Well, then should we just set it for trial, Mr. Wilson?
Well, that I don't know, Your Honor, because I haven't had a chance to talk to the client to see what he wants to do. I mean, we could just put it on the May 17th date. That'll give me an opportunity to talk to him, and then I'll have to explain to him that, I mean, there's only two ways to resolve this: either by accepting a plea offer or taking it to trial.
Judge, I think Mr. Wilson, if he is given an extra opportunity to speak to the client, he could get this resolved. This is a 241 and a 240 breath case. I think he probably could work on his client in a way that Ms. Woodley probably wasn't able to.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and continue it to June 10th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I just resent you the offer, Mr. Wilson.
All right, thank you. Okay. Then next we have Ronald Emmanuel, 19MM1855.
Okay,
Okay, so we're gonna have to set this for an in-person appearance on May 17th.
so are you saying you're ready for trial?
Apparently, Ms. Armpriester has exhausted all efforts to contact the client, and she's asking for an in-person appearance so that hopefully he shows up, because the offer is just to withhold a $100 fine.
Judge, could we do that on your status date instead of a trial date?
Yes, I agree. All right, let's set it for May 14th at 9 o'clock. Defendant's presence required.
And then next we've got 21MM144. Ms. Armpriester is asking for a continuance with a waiver.
Did she say why?
It's a new. She's got an investigation request to try and locate him with our investigator.
Sorry. Oh, Espillet. Yeah. Well, do we need to set this on a status docket and require the defendant's presence?
We could, Your Honor, although I don't know if our investigator will be able to track her down by that point. I'd be more comfortable if we could just set it for the next PTC, and then,
Karimi?
I'm fine with either, Judge. She has a bondsman, so I would imagine that's going to be the investigator's first stop.
Has an offer to resolve the case been?
there is. The offer that I have is an adjudication, time served, no trespass at the Seminole reservation, and then court cost prosecution, public defender fee.
All right, let's set it for May 14th at 9 o'clock. Defendant's presence required. Sorry? Status.
And next we've got Hector Fontanes Alvarado, 20MM685. Ms. Armpriester is still trying to get in contact with him, so she's asking for a continuance with a waiver.
This one, Judge, is a year old. I would ask to put it on the status date.
Great, May 14th at 9 o'clock. Defendant's presence required.
And next we got Lisa Goodman, 20MM2079. We're ready for trial.
State ready?
Okay, Judge, the trial will start on
The 19th?
19th, correct. Okay. I have an officer out starting the 20th. So as long as I can get him on the stand on the 19th, I'll be good.
Okay. Well, I can tell you based on the cases we set yesterday for trial that this will not be number one.
Okay.
Unless those cases resolve. But I know that we had a couple that were much older than this one. So, all right, May 17th for calendar call, May 19th for trial. I'm sorry. Both dates, yes.
And sorry, Judge, can I calendar? When's the last day to file motions? Because don't you normally have us file motions prior to
Yeah, I mean, they have to be filed prior to the 17th because all motions have to be heard before the trial date.
Okay. Well, and then we'll have, the 17th is Monday, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we'll have 2 days to hear any motions if needed.
Correct. I've marked Tuesday, the 18th as a special set day.
Okay. Okay, Judge, thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Wilson.
Okay, and then next we've got Joseph Lehman, 19 CT 1849. We can go ahead and set this for trial.
State ready?
Or if Ms. Karimi wants to continuance, I have no objection. This is a new case for me as well.
And Mr. Wilson, I'm very confident that you'll be able to proceed to trial if we are going to trial.
I'm pretty sure I can.
I'm just looking, Judge, to see, sorry, there's a lot of notes to see if I need a toxicologist in this case. Oh, geez. Sorry, Judge. Judge, this case has an extensive number of witnesses, including doctors. I don't know that trying it during COVID is going to really be feasible.
Okay.
Okay. In all honesty, I don't know if, I mean, we've listed the doctors. I think we had this case previously set for trial, and then that's when we listed the doctors.
Right.
So whoever was reviewing it must have thought that having them was necessary. But
I think it was Mr. Cabrera.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know where the rest of the doctors are on this witness list.
So it doesn't sound like the state's ready.
I don't think so, but I'll take a look at it, and by next pretrial, I should be able to figure it out. I just don't know if it truly is feasible to try it in the timeframes that we're given. I don't know.
Mr. Wilson?
But I am requesting a continuance.
I don't object, Your Honor. That way also, I mean, it will give me an opportunity to perhaps see if me and Ms. Karimi can't, work it out some other way as well.
All right. All right, let's continue it to June 10th at 9 o'clock. We'll charge the continuance to the state.
Next, we got Harold Lewis, 20 CT 1927. Got a note. I was just appointed on the 28th of April, so if I could get a continuance with a waiver.
All right. I don't see that discovery's been transmitted yet, Ms. Karimi. Any objection to a continuance?
No, Your Honor.
All right. June 10th at 9 o'clock.
Next, we got Jenna Marker, 21MM257. She's in custody, Your Honor. Ms. Armpriester is seeking an offer from the state. Looks like she's looking to go ahead and resolve this on a 215 docket here shortly. So if we could just get a continuance.
Ms. Greeny, do you have an offer to resolve this case?
Yes, it's adjudication, time served, and cost.
You want to set it for today, Mr. Wilson?
Let's see. I don't know that it would result in her release, because it looks like she's also got a state violation of probation.
Which I imagine this would be the basis of it.
Yes.
All right. Are you requesting a continuance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where?
She's in Collier Jail.
Where's she on probation?
It should be here, Judge. 20 CF 955.
Didn't come up. 20 CF 955.
Looks like it's set for a VOP hearing May 14th at 1:30.
All right, we'll go ahead and continue it to June 10th at 9 o'clock. If you want to resolve it, Mr. Wilson, I have no objection to another judge hearing it on a 215 docket.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. All right, next we've got Jeffrey Matter, 20 CT 1952. Ms. Armpriest is asking for a continuance with a waiver.
Do you know why?
Yeah, he's still working on doing his driver improvement course.
Ms. Greeny?
That's fine, Judge.
All right, June 10th at 9 o'clock.
The next we got Reynaldo Mirabal Ruiz, 21 CT 278. We actually had the state had a motion to get medical records from earlier in the week, which was granted, so we'd ask for a continuance. I'm assuming the state also wants a continuance.
I can't remember. Is he in custody?
No.
No, he has a warrant, doesn't he? Mirabal Ruiz? Oh, yeah. You know, he has a warrant out of Texas, Mr. Wilson.
I did not know that.
No extradition. Okay.
So, no extradition?
No extradition.
Oh, okay.
All right. June 10th at 9 o'clock.
The next we've got Nicole Norman, 20 CT 1496. Ms. Armpriest is asking for a continuance with a waiver. The client's still working on her driver improvement course, it looks like, and is on her way to getting her license reinstated.
Any objection?
Your Honor.
All right, June 10th at 9 o'clock. That was with a waiver, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, Your Honor, with a waiver.
Yes.
And next we've got Carlos Palacios, 20 CT 2134. Apparently he's in custody in Hendry County.
Oh, you know what? She did email me on this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll respond to her email later today.
Okay. So can we get a continuance, Your Honor? It looks like they're Ms. Armpriest and Ms. Creamer working on getting it resolved.
Yeah, it looks like his bond was revoked by, I can't read the judge's signature in Hendry County.
Who's
I don't know if it was Judge Hill or Judge
Hill or Sloan?
Or Judge Sloan. Is there an offer to resolve it?
That's what she's asking me for custody or for credit for the time he spent in Hendry. So I'll have to take a look at it, Judge, but I'm sure we can work it out.
All right. Looks like his bond was revoked April 13th, so he should be getting credit at least since then.
Okay. Then we'll probably be able to resolve it.
And I have no objection to Judge Hill hearing it in Hendry.
Okay. I'll let Mr. Armpriester know.
Okay. All right, June 10th at 9 o'clock.
Next, we got Sarah Papel, 20mm 1808. We set this for a plea on your May 14th docket.
For in-person?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, May 14th at 9 o'clock for a plea.
And next, we got Juan Solorio, 20CT2197. I'd ask for a continuance with a waiver, Your Honor. I do have an offer. I just need to be able to get in contact with him, convey it to him, and perhaps
Judge, I don't object. I think we resent the offer early last month or sent an offer last month.
Yeah, I see that we had this set for a plea hearing on April 9th, but for some reason it was continued.
My notes indicate that the defendant wants to resolve, but Ms. Armpriester didn't have the offer at that point.
Is he in custody?
he's not, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, and you're requesting the next pretrial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, any objection?
That's fine, Judge.
All right, June 10th at 9 o'clock.
And then next we've got Kenneth Tanksley, 20CT271. I realize this is an old case. It looks like APD Barger is trying to work out a global with, I guess, his accompanying felony case. So we thought our end we could get a continuance until we figure out what's gonna happen with that. All of it can be resolved at once.
Did the felony case arise out of the misdemeanor case?
I'm not quite sure, Your Honor. I just have a note here saying that there's also a felony case and that we're working on getting a global.
I think they did arise out of the same incident, Judge.
Yeah, I'm looking at the booking report. It looks like they did. Any objection to a continuance?
No, Your Honor.
All right, June 10th at 9 o'clock.
And next we got Tom Tredis, 20mm1230. Looks like we're trying to get him into mental health court. So that's being worked on. So if we can get a continuance, he is in custody.
It looks like, Judge, they're trying to find a housing for him.
He hasn't been in custody this whole time, has he?
That I do not know.
No, he hasn't. Looks like he went off bond in February. Are you waiving his appearance today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right, June 10th at 9 o'clock.
And then, did we do Anthony Vega?
No.
Okay, 2 cases with Anthony Vega. These are.
He actually has
oh,
four
Yeah,
cases.
he's got 4 cases. So it's 20 CT 113, 20 CT 1145, 20 CT 1251, and 20 MM 1129.
I know Ms. Armpriester is waiting on me to send her an offer.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. She's so we get a continuance, Your Honor, and perhaps all 4 of them just can be resolved.
He in custody?
No, he's in the hospital.
Oh.
I think he got arrested on our warrant in Charlotte County. I don't know if they've brought him. He's not in the hospital under jail custody, is he?
It doesn't indicate which kind of hospital he's in, just that he's in the hospital.
All right. Any objection to a continuance?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we'll continue all 4 cases to June 10th at 9 o'clock.
We got Ronnie Williams, 20 MM 116.
Okay, give us one moment, Mr. Wilson.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're on Ronnie Williams, 20 and
Yes.
116. Okay, go ahead.
Ms. Armpriester is asking for a continuance with a waiver. And I think the reason has to do with she was working on getting him into substance abuse counseling, but then we got the technology issue happened, and so she kind of lost all that.
Mr. Wilson, this case is 475 days old.
Yes, I see that, Your Honor.
She told me that he was in custody, or he was in diversion, and he failed out of diversion in December of 2020. She sent us the counseling certificate. I think what we're still waiting on is the 24 hours of community service. She said that she said she's working on getting in touch with the counselor, but I don't know that she realizes what we need is the community service hour log.
Okay.
Because I have the counseling stuff in my file.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that he completed his substance abuse counseling. What I need is the 24 hours of community service log.
All right.
Why don't we set this for status?
Okay. That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, May 14th at 9 o'clock for status.
Okay, next we've got Justin Wimmer, 20 MM 1999. Looks like Ms. Armpriester indicating she was just recently appointed. She's asking for a continuance with waiver, she needs discovery, Ms. Karimi.
Yeah, I don't see that discovery's been transmitted to the public defender's office yet. Any objection to a continuance?
No, Your Honor.
All right, June 10th at 9 o'clock.
Then it looks like the last one we have is Bradley Young, 20 MM 1687. He is in jail, Your Honor. Ms. Armpriester is asking for a continuance with the waiver. He does have a pending felony. case that I guess we're working on trying to get resolved.
All right, any objection?
No, Judge, that's fine.
All right, June 10th at 9 o'clock. All right. Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
All right, have a good day.
You too. All right. Thank you, Mr.
All right.
Ramey.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Take care.
All right, you too.
All right, that brings us to, are you ready, Madam Clerk? All right, that brings us to Julie Etne, 2 cases, 21MM391 and 21MM443. Ms. Creamy, I'm going to set those on the 215 docket for today.
Okay, Judge.
He's in custody. However, I have been informed that she may be suffering from a mental illness, and the jail doesn't know if she will come to court.
Okay, well, I'll be there this afternoon, Judge.
Okay, and maybe we will discuss what our options will be if she doesn't show up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then the last one that I'm showing, is that correct? Linda Hart, case number 20MM1941. Is she in custody? Okay. Oh, she's got the warrant out of Tennessee, right? She's appeared on Zoom before.
Maybe the warrant on it from Tennessee caught up with her.
Well, there was no extradition. Maybe she went to Tennessee. I don't know. You want to set it on the status docket and require her appearance?
Yes, Judge, that's probably a good idea.
Right, May 14th at 9 o'clock, defendant's presence required. All right, and I believe that completes the docket.
Okay, Judge, will you call me for 24s or do you want me on Zoom?
Which would you prefer?
The phone is fine, 8043.
8043?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, I'll call you at 2 o'clock.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Right. Thank you, have a good day.
You too, bye-bye.